you doing? It's Jack Dryden here from Zensport International, and in this quick video we're going to take a quick look at one of the three main areas in which we get results for athletes and sports professionals. Who are we? We're Zensport. We're an international team of sports performance consultants, and we help Olympians, pro competitors and teams raise up their game to new levels, and in a variety of ways. We're pioneering the use of something called energy psychology for use for sports performance, and we're always looking for something better, but this is the best thing that we've found so far that sports professionals can add and use in addition to their already established routines and practices. So this is one of the three main areas that we use energetic sports psychology ESP with athletes for injury recovery and rehabilitation of physical injuries and issues. And because ESP is both a physical and psychological intervention, when it's applied with an injured athlete, they can heal a lot quicker, at least 3 to 4 weeks quicker than standard. And the main reason for this is that almost all the other methods used to treat injuries treat the physical trauma or the damage itself, but they leave it at that. Whereas ESP addresses the body and the mind simultaneously as an interactive system. What many people don't realize is that there is always a psychological aspect to a physical injury, and I'm going to talk more about this later on and in subsequent videos. So what you're looking at here is a graph of how what we do, ESP, compares to the other options available when it comes to injury recovery and rehabilitation. And here at Zensport we believe in an integrative approach. In other words, don't just use one method. A glance at this graph might give the impression that we want you to use ESP and nothing else, which would be stupid. This is purely to compare each option in a standalone manner and shouldn't be taken as either or. Use a combination of, or use all of these things if you must. Or at the end of the day, all you want is to recover from your injury and return to your former fitness so you can perform again. So going up on the left on the y-axis, we're measuring the results that each of these methods allow for, and very specifically we're talking about fast, immediate improvements. We're also talking about measurable improvements. No one wants results that aren't clear-cut and obvious. And of course we're also talking about long-lasting results where the problem doesn't come back. Down along the bottom we're measuring your cost, your expenditure as an individual or as an organization, and your risk that you incur with each option. And that includes the risk that you don't get the improvements you want, and also the risk that there may be complications, or your injury or your performance might get worse as a result. So we'll start at the beginning with sports massage, and this really would only be used with minor injuries and as part of your post-game recovery. So you're not going to get much out of that except for some muscular relief and relaxation, and obviously it's fairly low cost and low risk. Moving on to physiotherapy, and physiotherapy and sports medicine are sometimes very similar in terms of the treatment methods they employ to help athletes recover from sports injuries. Both of these disciplines are very effective, and these would probably be your first port of call when injured. Physiotherapy tends to be non-invasive, and it would include things like specialized massage, hydrotherapy, electrotherapy, and various exercise and movement methods designed to correct your injury and increase your range of motion to what it was before. Sports medicine may also involve some of those things, but also involves surgeries, certain procedures and medications not used in physical therapy. And so quite logically there's a greater level of risk and a level of cost there. I've run out of time for this video, so I'm going to cover the rest of this in part 2. There will be a link down here at the bottom for you to click to part 2. As always, let me know your thoughts, what's going through your mind. Any questions come up, just shoot them my way. And what kind of injuries have you had to put up with in your professional career? And what have you found that's helped the most? Head on over to zensport.info for more information about how we can help sports professionals and teams. I'm Jack Dryden, and stay tuned for part 2.